In the following slides, we shall examine some physics and mathematics laws and see how alike they are to political and demographic laws. Vectors have two properties as seen on the current slide. 1. Size in terms of newtons, which are forces, and then direction, which points to where they are. A vector can point at any angle between 0 and 360. Political parties also have or should have two vital properties. 1. Size in terms of population of voters, and 2. Ideology. For example, we have liberal democracy, capitalist, socialist, and this inform how the party presents itself to the public or the electorate and the contents of its manifesto. The size of these vectors or parties are clearly seen. Party A has 6 million members, Party B has 5 million members. Or you could say force A has 6 newtons, force B has 5 newtons. The directions are also shown. Clearly, they are pointing in different directions. Vectors in the same direction. These are two forces pointing in the same direction. Physics laws say that because they are pointing in the same direction, we simply add the two forces to obtain the resultant or their net effect. Combining the two forces results in the resultant. The resultant is a red line, as can be seen here. The two forces are acting in the same exact direction. By the laws of physics, we simply add their magnitudes to get the magnitude of the resultant. Similarly, these two parties have the membership sizes shown and the same political persuasion. They are both capitalists or communists or socialists or whatever. So they can easily merge into one, exerting a force of 11 million. This is a very formidable force indeed. Vectors in different directions. As you can see from the diagram here, these vectors are not exactly aligned. The good news is that they face approximately the same direction, approximately, which means that there is a component of the non-aligned one, which is the green vector, that augments the blue one. The blue vector lies on the x-axis, and the green vector is 60 degrees away from the x-axis. So how do we find the component of the vector B, which will augment vector A? Well, trigonometry to the rescue. The component that augments the vector A is 5 cos 60, seen in the diagram, which is equal to 2.5. The forces are not aligned in the same direction. In this case, the force effect of vector B is not as strong. From the previous slide calculations, vector A is augmented by 2.5 newtons from vector B. In terms of forces, the resultant is 6 plus 2.5, which is 8.5. In politics, That is about 8.5 million voters. A has 6 million and B will contribute 2.5 million. So the population of voters aligned in the same direction as A is 8.5 million. Lesson 3. Vectors at right angles to each other. Vectors A and B are at right angles, as we can see from the diagram. As before, the part of vector B that augments vector A is given by the cosine expression 5 cos 90. Every high school student that has done a bit of trigonometry knows that cos 90 is equal to 0. Therefore, there is nothing to be given by force B to augment force A. In politics, the membership of Party B are the type which is neutral to A. They do not oppose A, but they do not support A either. They are those popularly called anti-so people. It is as if they don't exist in society. The resultant is the same as Party A. Vectors in opposite directions. In this configuration, the magnitudes of the vectors have not changed. However, their directions have changed significantly. Here, the net force is a measly 1 Newton, which is 6 minus 5. Vectors, like parties, that work against each other negate their strengths. The same two forces generated 11 newtons when they were in the same direction. But here, they are generating only 1 Newton. Party A and Party B almost cancel each other out. Only 1 million out of the 11 million are working for the progress of the country. Divided, we are doomed. It is a cruel world for disunited countries. A small, developing African country has real enemies within and without. And the results of disunity are plenty, like unemployment, crime, poverty, poor leadership, indiscipline, corruption, injustice, lawlessness, hunger, bad roads, low salaries, poor schools, low morale, bad hospitals, angry workers, cheap jobs, over-religion, galamsey, self-strife, 419, Sakawa, and many, many more. Results of resultants. Same configuration of two forces of size A equals to 6 newtons and B equals to 5 newtons. We can choose to get a resultant of 11, 8.5, 6, or 1. For a developing country, which configuration shall we choose? The choice is not easy. There are enemies inside and outside and everywhere. United, we can do this fast, the same way Singapore, Dubai, Cuba, and China did it. Divided, we shall always remain second citizens of planet Earth. Together, we can move mountains. Two smaller forces working in tandem together in the same direction or ideology can accomplish a lot. The miracle of China is really not a miracle at all. They decided, or rather their leaders decided, to work together for the good of the 1.4 billion people. Getting to the mountaintop is a perilous undertaking. We have to hold on to each other and aim in one direction. If only one of us slips, we are all going down. For 60 years, we have been going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, we have to look in only one direction, the top, and up, up, up to the top of the mountain. Join the One Ghana movement today. 60 years is a long time in the life of a nation in the 21st century. Enough is enough. Let us try other systems instead of sticking to the system of our former masters. Brethren, let us press the reset button for a fresh start. Thank you.